Live from the ruins of late-stage capitalism, it's Super Gamecast 2. Now here's your host, Bronson Fiore.
What is up, everybody? It is a lovely Sunday, January 15, 2023, and you are listening to Super Gamecast 2. I'm Bronson Fiore, joined by the always awesome Aaron Reynolds.
Yo, what up? How everyone do?
Our mod mommy, wielder of the banhammer, Emily Wolflander.
What's up, nerds?
And finally, the sneakiest of ninjas, the HR ninja. You don't know when you're being fired.
That's right. Good morning. Although if your HR team's doing what they're supposed to do, you will know.
Oh.
You're actually secretly the worst HR person.
The last time that I got fired, I definitely didn't know it was coming. I put in my 2 weeks, and I get brought into a call with my manager the next day, and he's like, "Hey man, I'm and this is so and so, the HR rep, and yeah, we're happy for your new opportunity at Microsoft, but we're gonna let you go."
In fact, you can start tomorrow.
Yeah, you'd let them know. And I was like, great, I have a 2-week vacation, but no money.
Right.
You suck.
Yep.
Oh
Yep.
shit, Poker Jack Gamble's here. All the love.
What's
Fire,
going
what up, bro?
on? Man, it's been a while.
It has been a while. But yeah, so all right. Hey, how's everyone doing? It's another beautiful week. It's another beautiful Sunday. Oh my god. The fucking Aaron, I love the chat box effect at the bottom of the screen. Because it's just
It's so good.
Yeah, it's good.
fine.
Look, hey, sometimes I can get this chat thing working right.
Yeah, Sunday came so fast. It did, dude.
Yeah.
It really did, though.
To be fair, I had a very busy day yesterday. Got up, spent some time with the girlfriend, and then we ran errands and got lunch, and then I played Elden Ring for 4 hours.
Nice.
And then had that game night where we played
Jackbox 9.
Jackbox 9, and then I played WoW, and yeah, it was a good time.
Nice. Hey.
So
I've been working away learning OBS, trying to figure out new things to do. And that's been fun.
that's funny because I've been here doing outlines of what we should be doing for the new channel direction we're setting up.
Nice.
And I'm just like, is that a good idea? I don't know. I'll bring it up to Aaron in the meeting next week.
Yep.
So
if you haven't already, check out Stream Effects, the plugin.
Stream Effects, the plugin. I'm gonna write this down real quick.
Jesse, what would you want from fighting game content?
And you're just letting out our direction out here on the podcast. Just
I mean,
well, we have a whole thing.
Ways you can go, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Poker Jack Gamble says, "Fucking love me fighting games." Well,
Good. That's good. We have good news for you.
we have
we have good news coming for the channel. You stick around. If y'all ever want to fight this guy, I'm always down for the smoke.
Nice.
The only game I'm decent at right now is Dragon Ball Fighters. Trash and everything else because I'm so rusty. I'm more Fightcade users. Ninja uses Fightcade.
I now have Fightcade. I'm the worst at fighting games, but I have it now.
All right, I'll do Fightcade this week.
Yeah,
There's a lot of good stuff on Fightcade.
There is.
That's awesome. Yeah. So anyway, that's that.
little preview.
Little
look
taste.
forward to that in the next month or so.
Yeah, basically, we need to buy some equipment.
Oh, look at that thing! Look at it! It's beautiful.
Oh, still super gorgeous.
No. Embrace tradition. Embrace tradition.
That with a PS3 TE2, or is that a 360 TE2?
That is a PS3 T1, baby.
Whoa!
Look at that thing! Beautiful.
Recently sold mine.
I'm never selling mine
at least
because
it was recently, so that's.
Yeah.
I'm never selling this fucker. It's signed by Justin Wong.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. I remember you telling the story.
Yep.
Was that one? Was the one when you almost died?
Yes.
And then they're like, Can you sign this for our nearly dead friend? He's like, sure.
Yeah, and then I tweeted at him, and he said, "Feel better, man. And if I'm ever in town again, we'll run sets."
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, cool! I can't wait to get my ass kicked by Justin Wong."
Exactly, yeah. Poker Jack says, I got a Canva. Is that how you say that? Canva?
Canva.
Canva.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's a standard, right?
Yeah, they're
that's
popular.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
You want to know how far we're going into this? I have purchased myself a case for a fighting stick, and now I need to buy the rest of the components.
Oh my god!
I am going to put the full thing together. I'm
ready.
going full in. I'm so excited.
Oh, man.
I need to buy a 4K capture card.
Yeah, no, you're working on a capture card, and you have a fight stick anyway. You're good. Yeah, no, I saw all the ways you can like customize. Like I just looked into it, and there's so much you can do. I got so excited. There is not one like setup that I can just. Yeah.
We can do an entire video of you building your first stick.
Exactly.
Oh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a small maker who made the case and like had the shop up on Etsy, like explaining how you build it. So I'm like, I bought one, and I'm looking at the list, and then I guess someone else bought one, so they just took the item off and the instructions along with it. I was like, okay, well,
That sucks.
all right, I'll figure this out, I guess.
Damn.
But yeah, I'm
When you're just FYI, when you're looking at buttons, you're looking at either Sanwa, Gamerfinger, or Sam Duxa.
Okay,
I'll send you the list.
I've been a
thank you.
Sanwa man my entire life.
Sanwa
so
sounds like a good default. Like everyone seems to really like them.
Yeah,
So
that is what the Japanese arcade machines use.
Yep.
So there you go.
There's so much. Yeah, Sanwa are great. Yeah. Everyone goes with like a shoebox or like a standard, or yeah, when Mad Catz was doing their thing. I did find some Mad Catz fight sticks on like Amazon, but
I mean, yeah, they still have a couple out there. I know that I wanted to get the Razor Dragon Ball Fighters one when they still sold it, but it was just like I just got to it too late. And then I also realized I fucking hate playing that game with a stick.
really,
Yeah.
wow.
So I've like, all right. So one thing I have realized about me and fighting game controller preference is it is very game specific. I love Street Fighter on a stick. I think that is the way you need to play Street Fighter.
Right.
For Dragon Ball Fighters or Marvel vs. Capcom, I prefer a pad.
Okay.
Valid.
Smash. Most people say GameCube controller. I actually say Switch Pro controller.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You go GameCube for the authentic experience.
Yes,
That's right.
You also don't shower for the authentic Smash experience.
Yeah.
I haven't showered today. I'm already there.
All right.
I know.
Yeah,
We're good.
Same. I showered.
I wake up.
Friday
I wake up
morning.
at 10, man, and we have to get this show going.
Yeah, like I woke up at 9 today, literally just because I had to get groceries. That's the only reason. Like otherwise, I would have been out of bed at like 9:50, getting the doc together 10 minutes before show prep.
Yeah, exactly. Look, our day jobs can be rough, and it's just like the weekend is the day to sleep in a little bit.
Grocery day is life.
It is life.
Right.
Ugh.
Yeah, actually, so me and my girlfriend have had a bad habit of like waking up early on Saturday unintentionally.
Okay.
And then like yesterday, we actually slept in until 9, which that is sleeping in, especially for her because she's an early bird. And we both like woke up and like high-fived. Because we're like, yeah,
Nice.
we slept in.
Oh, that's so good.
Snacking on Oh, dude, I love salami. We got there is. I need to get the name of it. My grandfather orders this salami from this San Francisco Francisco deli, and it's so good.
You have to get it specifically from San Francisco to get this high quality salami.
Deli. Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
He couldn't they sell it at Costco, I think, as well. It's fucking expensive. It's like $30 for 3 pounds.
Okay, so this is like a treat.
Salami. You gotta find it.
that.
Yeah, so it's very the only time I ever eat it is like Christmas and Thanksgiving, because that's how much of a big deal it is. But it's so good. I remember last time I went to Christmas at my grandfather's, just him and my uncle and I ate the entire fucking log.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was awesome.
Didn't work for a
Ugh.
week.
Right.
It was so sick. But yeah, so we're gonna be having some fighting game focus here soon. We're buying sticks if you haven't already bought them.
Yep.
The only game I'm honestly considering buying a stick for is Street Fighter. That's it. Because otherwise, to get that stick to work on a PS5, I need like tools.
You have to actually
I
do
don't
things.
have-
You can get like a USB converter, I think now.
Yeah, you can, but it's
Yeah.
just, not
Martial
Sheesh, just
Masters?
explain.
I
What is
don't know.
this?
I'm gonna look this up.
Last year I streamed a lot of multiverses. Want to talk fighting games? But yeah, so I don't know. We're the hypest of all Chinese. Okay, that might be why.
Yeah, it's
Fight game.
the Once Upon a Time in China fighting game, I think.
Oh, okay.
Ah, interesting.
Some
We might
some
want to
good
check that
movies
out.
if you're into Hong Kong kung fu movies.
Oh, okay. All right.
Speaking of absurd fighting game purchase, I'm still thinking about getting that Marvel 2 cab.
Saving
Ugh.
the
Now that you have the
for it.
space,
Yeah, dude, because I have all this space.
you got
Like,
space now.
yeah, like it's like my roommate is fully gone as of the first of next month, and like I won't have. That means I won't have like a couch in the living room anymore. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have like an entirely like open kitchen for the most part.
Hmm.
I wanted to. I'm just making it instead.
Good
Not a bad
call.
idea.
Hell yeah. That's
Probably
fun.
cheaper. How much is that Marvel 2 cap?
What is it,
I
like?
think-
400 to
Couple
$500?
hundred?
Yeah, I would say 300.
I know that someone was selling an actual Marvel 2 cab in town. And
Jesus.
it was like $1,000, and Blasian's like, dude, we could go in on it. We'd share it.
That's right. That's what he was.
And like, I thought about it. Like, I sat there and I'm like,
How do we
Wanna
swing
go in
this?
on it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it would have to stay at my house, right? You got kids. So,
We are not moving this from one place to another to share.
oh fuck that.
No,
dude.
this has to be in one place, which means like we either have to share it or you just have to accept that you have to come over to my place to play it,
Yeah.
which is gonna
actual
suck
cab,
for spending $500. You know.
actual cab, like the originals, if I recall, were just a board. I mean, that's like most fighting game cabinets. Like it's just custom art, board, and CRT monitor, or nowadays LCD monitor.
Yeah. Yep.
Like you can make those motherfuckers. I actually know a dude in the Reno FGC who like made a fucking emulator cab. Like, it's
Hell
just,
yeah.
like, it's a portable one too.
Okay.
It's fucking dope. It's yeah, no. I'm excited to get back in. I'm excited to get fucking annihilated relearning all these games.
Yeah. It's gonna be
Um,
good.
Or learning from scratch in Guilty Gear's case.
Yeah.
Marvel 2 cabinet is $600 at Target.
Ugh.
That's,
Okay.
That's too much.
I'm just gonna get.
Especially nowadays.
Yeah.
like,
I'm just gonna get a
Well-
very small computer that has Fightcade on it, and then go from there.
Yeah.
I have a small computer that has Fightcade on it.
There
so
you go. Now you just need to stuff it into a cabinet that you build.
Yep. Make my laptop entirely useless.
Yep. Attach it to a CRT and be done.
Mhm.
Even better. I actually booted up Capcom fighting game collection this weekend, and was like pleasantly surprised at the filters.
Nice.
Really?
Yep, I was also these Marvel vs. 2 cabs are all versus Capcom 2 cabs are like sold out everywhere.
Yeah, I bet.
Like that motherfucker went fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
So, all right, well, we should get into the news, and then we'll double back to what we've been playing and more fighting game stuff and all that.
Yep. We have 4 news stories, but one of them in particular is just massive. We could spend the whole podcast talking about
Just
it. So
talking about it.
yep.
Yep.
So let's get into it.
The first one is, hey, the top 10 best-selling games of the year in America happened,
Yep.
and fucking almost none of these
Guess-
are a surprise.
Guess what number 1 is suddenly at the end of the year?
With only being out for 2 whole months.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like that's yeah, that's it.
Well, one news story that has been kind of just ongoing is like everyone being like, yeah, that Microsoft Activision deal needs to be blocked, and like I don't necessarily. I mean, I obviously don't want things to be just acquired, but given what's happened before, I've been like, yeah, this seems fine. But this shows right here how big of a deal that acquisition is, regardless.
Yeah, no, Call of Duty is huge. Like, it is the biggest battle royale. It is the biggest shooter. It's one of the biggest multiplayer games. It is a cultural fucking force.
Yep.
Like, even right now, it's 57,000 viewers on Twitch. No events going on either. Nothing happening. Just 57,000 people are like, I want to watch Call of Duty this morning.
Yep.
That's a lot.
Yeah. I just want to point out here, I don't know what these numbers are for any of these, but the Pokemon games here, number 2 for December 2022 and numbers 6 and 8 for the year as a whole, neither of them include digital sales. So those could be higher.
Those could theoretically be higher.
Yeah.
And man, in the case of Scarlet and Violet, man, that game was trash. So,
I really enjoy it.
I mean,
it's a fun trash game.
Look, there are plenty of fun trash games. I enjoy Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah.
But it is a trash game, and that game, this shit is just.
It's not trash for the right reasons.
Yeah, like this game though, like has no excuse.
No, it doesn't have any excuse, not at all. Other than because it's funny.
Other than like, oh man, this is gonna make all the money in the world, no matter what we do, so it doesn't matter.
They executed on some key points for people that keep coming back to Scarlet and Violet, or keep coming back to Pokemon. So
I mean that is good. I
know.
want that. We know what I want, and it's never gonna fucking happen. So
I want a Pokemon MMO.
I want that too. Actually.
Like I was thinking about this. Like, I don't come to Pokemon for the combat, and you know what? I actually really enjoy MMOs, like going through the story content and stuff. But I'm not necessarily there for even combat. Really, I just like enjoying vibing in the world, and I would love a Pokemon equivalent of just like you're expected to just kind of vibe in the world, and you can do stuff, of course. But I think
I've always wanted a Zelda MMO.
Wouldn't that be nice?
How would you do that?
You would pick one of the races in Hylia, like you could be a Zora or you could be a whatever, and then as for your classes, you could default into the standard fantasy tropes, so like swordsman or like archer or like.
Where do you go in the timeline?
You'd have to go super early or super late.
Okay.
Like probably that 100-year gap between Ocarina and the next ones.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, or you do World of Warcraft did and set it super far into the timeline.
Right.
Just like the most current events.
I just like the idea of evil taking place, but Ganon and Link are not big players, which it thus necessitates other heroes.
Yeah.
But that'd be fun.
That'd be there's a lot. Like I said, I had the idea. I remember I've always been a big Zelda fan, and a year into World of Warcraft's existence, I was like, man, a Zelda MMO would be really cool.
Yeah.
And so
Nintendo, is stubborn as hell and will shun money if it means they have to change in any way from what they've done. But man, there's a lot of money sitting there waiting. But
absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway, looking at this list here,
I'm very happy to see a Elden Ring that high up.
And, wow, that got up there.
And God of War Ragnarok, that one too. It shows that there's hope for single player, not hyper monetized.
Yep.
Video games, and even Horizon Forbidden West.
Lego Star Wars.
Yeah, it's nice to see that. Yes, there's shit like COD and Madden,
FIFA.
and FIFA and the show, which all have a bunch of Ultimate Team garbage that's super monetized and
Yep.
whatnot. But like, it also shows there's room for like, just you can make a good video game for $70, and then, or in Elden Ring's case, $60, and just put it out, and it can
Yep.
be good,
It could be fine.
and it can make a bunch of money.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just put out a like $20 to $30 DLC, and then you just leave it alone. You made your money, you made a bunch of money, you got a bunch of people to get into the world and the game, and you can start working on the sequel.
Yep.
But there's this statement that Jim Sterling said years ago that is like the most true shit, and it's like they don't want to make some of the money.
Right.
They want to make all of
All
the
of
money.
the money.
And it's just a case of Madden and COD, because of microtransactions and several other factors, make all of the money.
Yep. Yep.
So
it's this constant war. That's why, like, despite my struggles with Elden Ring and the Souls type game, like, it's one of many, that and the quote unquote movie game of like God of War Ragnarok and Horizon Forbidden West. It's like, you guys are fighting the good fight here. Like, keep this alive.
Yep.
Shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, and it's also why, like, as much as like people harangue Cyberpunk for what it was, like, I'm playing it now, and now that it's all fixed mostly, I'm loving it.
Sure.
I'm loving
Yeah.
living shit out of it. It's so good.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, they're gonna have that one paid DLC, they had a bunch of free DLC, and then it's done.
Yep.
It's awesome.
Yep.
It shows that there's still like hope in the world.
Right.
And then like I'm looking at and then of course we always talk about the indie space on this show. Like, it's I'm been playing the Night Witch, and I'm gonna pop into and Stella and I played through the Past Within, and like there's just a lot of really good indie games out there. So
There's a lot.
like what I'd say to people is, like, don't let fucking like don't support bad business practices.
When
That's
you
it.
can,
Yeah, like, look, if like all of my friends were suddenly like into a multiplayer game and wanted me to play, and it was something that was not my thing, or like had these business practices, I'd be like, suck it up and be fine. But like, even like, I like the new Call of Duty a lot. I have not spent a dime on microtransactions.
Right. Yep.
And I won't.
Yep. Right.
So
Figure out how to game that system.
yep.
Yep. But
and then as for the best-selling games in December, also no real surprises. Nice to see Crisis Core on here though.
Mm-hmm.
Big fan of that.
yeah, Mario Kart 8 still going strong.
Jesus
Crazy.
fucking. It's the holidays, bro, and people bought Switches. And
That's
what's
true.
the game?
That's true.
What's the
There
game
are-
when you buy
yeah.
a Switch? That one.
It's this,
And they're coming out with
and
new tracks every like few months.
that's incredible.
Yeah, that's right. Is that part of their $50 a year service, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
How much for just buying the track pass?
It's got to be a decent chunk.
It's. Hold on, I'm gonna look this up real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I just switched for paying, like, what I've started doing instead of paying a $50 a year for that service is like I only, like, whenever I want to play my Switch online, I just pay the $4 a month.
Right.
It's just like, I'll pay $4. I don't want to pay 50 or even 20 for a full year of this.
Yeah.
The only reason I have Xbox, yeah, like, and because of the new channel focus, like, I'm probably just gonna like cancel Switch Online in general. The only reason I'm keeping Plus up is because that's where I play the fighting games,
Right.
and I've switched back to the like super cheap version of Plus.
Got to keep the Game Pass so you can play KI.
Yeah, gotta keep the Game Pass, and also because Game Pass just, like, here's my yearly logic with Game Pass of like, okay, are there $180 worth of games in a year that I would purchase or am going to purchase from this, where I can just do this instead? And the answer every year has been yes.
Yep.
Right.
So it makes it worth it.
Yeah.
Like this year, Starfield and Forza alone is that's $140.
Yep.
So I need to get $40 more worth of value at least out of it. So,
Right.
and I'll probably do that fairly easily. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's nice to see Crisis Core on here. The rest of these are kind of no big fucking surprise.
I'm very curious what Sonic Frontier's final sales are going to be.
Yeah, that's gonna be weird.
I watched my Sonic superfan brother play the final boss of hard mode of Sonic Frontiers, and it's the choice they made is a little wild.
Please tell me that Crush 40 isn't it?
No, well, as far as I know, no.
Not a good Sonic game.
I know,
Alright, cool.
I know.
Cool.
I know.
That's what determines. Okay, got it. Understood.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's up, Emily? Did you find it?
So I found it. It is no additional cost if you have the Nintendo Switch Online and Expansion Pack membership, which
Okay,
is about
that's
$50. But if you want to get it just outright,
Mm-hmm.
it's $25,
Yep.
and it's a one-time deal. So once you buy that DLC at $25, you'll get access to every single track when they're released until the end of the year.
Is it weird that due to time constraints, I'm actually starting to become more interested in buying shit outright?
No, I don't blame you at all. Not for 1 second.
Like I've become that person with my movies. Like I just buy movies now.
Mm-hmm.
I really really like.
I mean,
And-
yeah.
And I'm starting to get that way with video games because like I don't have time to finish all these fucking games that come out on all these services anyway.
Right.
Mhm.
So I'm
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
well, fuck it. I might as well just buy it because like one game and just play it until it's done. And yeah, like I don't know.
Yeah.
Habits are changing as I get older.
Well, exactly. That's the thing. You know, you're in your teens. You have zero money. You pirate and do whatever you can, and I don't know, make use of GameFly if you're really going for it. And then, in our 20s, the streaming services started kicking in, and we kind of went in full on that. And then now we're able to like combine with habit changes and being like, well, I can't play all of this. I'm just gonna outright get what I'm interested in, and that'll just be that.
Yeah, like I keep Game Pass because a lot of weird indie shit like Pentiment comes out on it that like I end up like getting value out of, but
Yeah.
it's not the same.
Yep.
It's very much like ooh.
Yeah.
All the time I get constantly closer to canceling Netflix.
It's
Every day.
I'm doing all right.
Like man, if I get Cyberpunk on Edge Runners on Blu-ray, I would especially be like, okay, all right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, this is a decent list, a mix
Yep.
of the super popular. Most of these games, at least, pretty good.
yeah, no,
So, good.
these are all pretty great.
Yeah.
Even the ones that we've kind of shat on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on.
Moving on.
We have all the upcoming games of the year.
Oh
At least
boy.
the ones that have been announced with release dates. There is a good
Yes.
chunk that aren't announced yet.
Right.
Yes, that is very true.
Yep.
First up though is we have January, and I'm just gonna point out the big ones, which is One Piece Odyssey came out 2 days ago. That is
Yeah.
a One Piece JRPG. I've actually heard fairly good things about it.
Okay.
Like I've actually heard that like it is not bad.
You're not gonna get me to watch the 1,000 episodes, but
No,
Have
absolutely.
I got a deal for you?
okay.
Oh no.
Alright.
If you
Jesse,
Google
no.
One Piece,
Uh-huh.
it's a fan cut. It's like One Piece Kai, essentially.
Oh.
So
Okay.
it cuts out all of the bad filler. It leaves the good filler, and all the episodes are edited to cut out anything that isn't in the manga.
Oh, that's
it's not-
cool.
It's
Yes,
not complete, but there's a
please.
watch guide, and it's like watch these episodes of One Piece, watch these episodes of One Piece, watch these episodes of One Piece, watch these episodes of One Piece.
Wow.
This is worse than my getting into Dragon Ball guide.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, it's a
I
lot.
haven't watched One Piece, but this is on my list of things to do.
Okay.
So
It's going to end here soon, so
Yeah, right. So, and apparently now is the time to start like reading or watching, I guess, because this is where the true story kicks off or something, is what the creator said.
Mhm.
good
So you
lord.
can skip the first 1,037 chapters of the manga and just start reading now.
Okay, great.
Well,
Great. Thank you.
See, now
Oh
I
my
want
God.
to see. I've already done this, but for Dragon Ball, to
Right.
get people into
Mm.
Dragon Ball. So I'm gonna give you a rundown of that real quick.
Sure,
So
why not?
All right. So you start out, you do Dragon Ball Z Kai, the
Mhm.
uncut
Mhm.
version. So like all the blood, gore, all that good stuff.
All that
Yeah.
good shit.
Yeah, not you don't have blue Mr. Popo like the Nickelodeon version.
That's right. For
Um,
kids.
Yep. So there's that. You take care of that. Then from there, you go and do. You kind of have a choice depending on what your tolerance for old anime is. If you have less of a tolerance for old anime, you go and you do the first 2 Dragon Ball Super movies, because quite frankly, they're better than the actual arc from the show, and they're better animated. Then you do Dragon Ball Super with the Universe 6 versus 7 tournament.
Mhm.
Then Goku Black, you can honestly skip, in my opinion, unless you're a
Yeah,
real big fan of Trunks.
which I am, but yeah.
So you can skip, and then after you skip Goku Black, you just do the Tournament of Power.
Yeah.
Then after all that, if you're still Tournament of Power sick.
Sick.
Then after the Tournament of Power, you go do original Dragon Ball, and then you're done, unless you're like just really curious about what that original cut of Dragon Ball Z was.
Yep.
Or you're
Ooh.
or you're sick and you want to do Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball GT. Sorry. So
Step into the
and
Grand
then,
Tour.
Dragon Ball GT. I've said this before. It is literally like the best ideas for Dragon Ball, just executed in the worst fucking way possible.
Yeah,
Right.
there's some really good stuff in GT, but the rest of it is trash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Super Saiyan 4 is fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It is so goddamn cool.
Yep.
But the rest of it is just yeah, and then so there's only one problem I have with Dragon Ball Z Kai, and that's I don't think the music is as good
Right.
as the US dub.
Yep.
I will stand by Bruce Faulkner's music is the definitive Dragon Ball music. Fuck off.
That's it. It defined a portion of my life, is hearing Cell's theme as he goes around terrorizing the city. It's so good.
Let me tell you that there's like this thing I noticed on YouTube of like someone took like Vegeta's Dragon Ball Z Final Flash music
Mhm.
and sets it over to the other times he's done Final Flash in like Super, and it's so much better with the fucking music. It's so much better.
Yeah.
It's just like what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like yes. So yeah. There you
All
go.
right. All right.
Anyway, so I do Fire Emblem games out on the 20th.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Forspoken's out on the 24th.
Got Fire
Okay.
Emblem pre-ordered.
I bet.
Persona 4 and 3 are coming to Game Pass on
Sure.
the 19th. And
I'll
yeah,
be
that's kind of
purchasing those anyway.
Dead Space remake.
we have a
is
new Dead
27th of
Space.
January.
Yep.
yeah, Dead Space
Mhm.
remake,
Mhm.
and then
Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. Neat.
kind of important.
That's at the
there.
end of the month.
Yeah,
Yep.
that one's kind of important. Then we're on to February. Hogwarts Legacy is the big one on the 10th.
And that's for next gen consoles. Last gen
and-
is later in the year.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is
Unless you
yeah,
Switch and then you're July.
right.
Get fucked. What?
Get wrecked, son.
Yeah, the Switch version of that game is just gonna look like the PS1 Harry Potter game.
I mean, that's an
Absolute
aesthetic now,
garbage.
so
Yeah, so it's fine.
yep. Wow, Theater Rhythm. I
New
have
Theater
not
Rhythm?
read that.
I I've got that pre-ordered as well. I've got the deluxe edition of that pre-ordered. I've got my controller for it. I'm ready to fucking go.
I am super excited for that game, but it's just a time and money thing. I'll probably wait till it's on sale.
It's so crazy. For the last I haven't streamed yet this month, but for the last 4 months on stream, I'm always like, man, I wonder if we're ever gonna get another Theater Rhythm. Or man, I wish Round One it locally had a Theater Rhythm cabinet. And then last month they're like, hey, by the way, here's a new Theater Rhythm game for this week.
Check this out.
Weird.
Damn.
Like a Dragon, Ishin comes out February
Yeah,
21st for
yeah.
next and current gen consoles.
Yeah, that's like Yakuza, but set in feudal Japan.
Ooh.
Samurais.
Very excited for that game.
Atomic Heart?
Horizon, yeah, Atomic Heart comes out that same day. Horizon Call of the Mountain for VR comes out the 22nd.
Yeah,
That'll be interesting.
VR, nobody cares.
I
Wild Hearts
care.
on the 17th is EA's take on the Monster Hunter formula.
Wait, which
And
game is
then-
that?
Wild Hearts.
Wild Hearts. Okay, cool.
Then we got Tales of Symphonia Remastered. That's coming. Sons of the Forest. That game my girlfriend is over the fucking moon for, and that's out in February 23rd, supposedly. Octopath Traveler 2 and Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe is a day later.
Damn.
And Destiny 2 Lightfall on the 28th.
Atelier Ryza for those fans of Thick Alchemists.
Yes.
Alright.
Wait, Kerbal Space Program 2.
Yeah.
Shit.
Where?
24th.
Oh, fuck.
Wow. All right.
March, we're looking at The Last of Us PC.
Did you say Destiny 2 Lightfall?
Yeah, I said that.
Okay, all right. Just want to be sure.
Fatal Frame, Mask of the Lunar Eclipse, coming out March 9th.
Wolong.
Yeah, Wolong's
March
been
3rd. That
Yeah.
one's gonna be pretty popular.
That one's gonna be big.
Bayonetta Origins on March 17th.
Shh, we don't talk about that.
Okay.
Star Wars Jedi
So
Survivor also on March 17th.
That's
Oh my god, that's gonna blow
That's
things
gonna
up.
be epic.
And then
Light.
same day, Peppa Pig's gonna blow them both out of the water.
That's right.
Oh,
I already got
shit.
my edition pre-ordered.
Uh,
Legend of Heroes is another big one for the JRPG community on March 14th.
Wow.
the big game for me that month is RE4 remake on the 24th though.
Yep.
Fuck yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good. There's a number of good games here. They're just like, wow. Okay.
Then yeah, so we got a good March. April kind of dies down. Dead Island 2 is kind of the thing that matters there.
Yep.
The fact
Um,
that Grim Grimoire is getting a remake is very weird to me.
Yes, I agree.
I do not understand that decision, but I'll be there for it.
Right.
God of Rock looks really good.
God
Yeah,
of Rock
sorry,
is
Rick.
is another one in April.
Yeah.
Yep. Then we got May, which only 2 games, but 2 heavy hitters.
Thank God I can catch up on stuff.
So supposedly, like you don't
Yeah.
know.
It doesn't matter that one of these games is going to be a Zelda game that takes you 80 hours to finish with Tears of the
Right.
Kingdom on May 12th.
Right.
Mhm.
And Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League on May 26th.
Yeah.
Finally, the last set release date game is is Street Fighter 6 on June 2nd,
Yep.
Diablo 4 on June 6th,
Mm-hmm.
and Final Fantasy 16 on June 22nd.
God damn.
Dude, June is just gonna fuck my wallet up so bad. June is
I
gonna
mean, if any time of the year is gonna fuck up your wallet that bad, it's a good thing it's June.
Yeah,
know-
I don't have a lot going on, so you're right.
Because then you can spend the entire summer saving up for Christmas.
Yes.
The only problem
then-
is this channel's gonna be concentrating on Street Fighter 6, and then Diablo 4 comes out 4 days later.
Uh-huh.
Like, fuck
Not a
me.
problem for me. Maybe a problem for some people.
like me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like this,
Especially
actually,
'cause-
yeah.
Just because my girlfriend and I are planning to play through Diablo 4 together. So even better.
By June, you gotta fix your
Some of the,
schedule.
What?
you
I
need to fix your
said,
schedule.
yeah. By June, you need to fix your schedule so that you and Phoebe can stream together Diablo 4.
Yeah, just tell her, hey, use my laptop at my place on, in June.
Yep.
We need to make this happen.
That's right.
It's for the content. You have to understand.
For the channel, goddammit.
So, stuff that doesn't have a release date: Alan Wake 2, Ark 2, Assassin's Creed Mirage, Baldur's Gate 3,
Aliens Dark Descent.
Bomb Rush
Okay.
Cyberpunk.
Yep.
Oh,
Doesn't have a
well,
release
yeah.
date.
Yep.
We're waiting.
Let's see.
Ever so patiently, you're waiting.
Soon.
We'll see.
Crash Team Rumble doesn't
Yeah.
have a release date.
Final Fantasy
else?
7 Rebirth.
People are talking
that's
about that
another one.
Avatar
Spice
game.
Wars.
Yeah. Forza Motorsport. Ghost Runner 2. Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Hearing is a
Killer
bunch of
Clowns from
games
Outer
that I
Space,
need
the
to-
game. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, that was a thing.
Oh yeah, yeah, we talked about that one on the E3
Spider-Man
show.
2.
Front Mission 2 is getting a remake. That's crazy.
Minecraft Legends doesn't have a release date. Payday 3 for PC and to be announced consoles. Redfall doesn't have a release date. Silent Hill Ascension
Oh,
has yet
wow.
to be announced.
Okay, yeah.
Starfield has yet to be announced.
I want to play Ghostbusters Rise of the Ghost Lord. That sounds great.
Dude, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to play that shit.
Hyenas,
I'm a
whenever that comes
Ghostbusters-
out.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I don't think Sea of Stars has a release date yet, but it is
It does
coming
not.
in 2023.
I'm so excited for that fucking game.
Wolf Among Us 2 doesn't have a release date.
Mhm.
Pikmin 4 is supposed to be next year.
Oh, that Killer Clowns game. I can't believe that exists.
Right?
Stalker
Spider-Man
2.
Yeah.
Stalker 2 was supposed to be out last April. Starfield.
Lies of
System
P.
Shock.
All Warhammer
Yeah.
40Ks.
Mhm.
I am
So
super
Dark
stoked for
Tide,
Lies
Rogue
of P.
Trader,
Right.
Space Marine 2, Bolt
Yeah.
Gun.
Yeah, Starfield wasn't even on here. Come on, GameSpot.
No, it was on here. You just,
Yeah, it's on here.
Was it on the in the months?
No,
Or-
it's one that has yet to be released.
They
Or
don't even have a
announced for
date for
release date.
that?
No.
What?
I
No.
know. It's
I thought it was supposed to
weird.
release like in the first half of the year.
It
Not
is.
gonna happen.
Not
Oh,
gonna
shit.
happen, but it
Wow.
is.
Oh my god, you guys.
To be fair, after that showing, they can take their time.
I don't think more time's going to fix the problems that people might have with it.
I think that it'll hopefully fix that fucking horrible frame rate.
I mean, but
But yeah, so yeah, man, it's a packed fucking year. There's a lot of good shit coming out. I'm I'm excited for Street Fighter 6.
Yep.
I can't wait to main Ryu yet again.
Dude,
Sure.
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good time.
Payday
I
3,
recently
Pikmin
learned
4.
that I have to pick a new main because everybody who mains Dulcim, in the FGC at least, apparently is a piece of shit. So I've got
Whatever, you got to be the
pick-
good one.
I've
Yeah, you
pick
gotta
a
be the
different
good
character.
LC, man. Shit.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Do it for
like,
Dalsim. Dalsim deserves it.
Yeah,
right, that's right.
you know, Zangief isn't in the game, or else I'd be maining Zangief.
Oh, god damn it.
I mean, it'll come eventually, right?
Yeah, well, yes, they already have a character pass announced, and he'll probably be on that shit.
Yeah.
You know, but like, it's still just disheartening to be like, oh man, your boy Zangief not here.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that's
Got a lot
so,
of games
so,
here.
So what are the games people are most excited for?
I mean, you know,
there's so much. Like,
There is a lot.
There's a lot. Like, there's a fucking lot.
I mean,
Oh.
I
Like
think
they're
I
doing
am.
a deluxe edition to Kirby Return to Dreamland coming out in like February, and that I'm kind of excited for. Obviously, Final Fantasy 16. What else? There's a lot.
there are a lot of games that I think are going to be good in terms of what I'm like just for the channel's sake. Like I'm just looking at Street Fighter 6 and my eyes are kind of just solely set on that.
Yeah.
Fair.
You know, Skate Story is on this list, but we have no updates suggesting that that's going to come out anytime soon. And then there's like Final Fantasy 16. like what's going on with getting that game together, what they're trying to do with it, I think is super interesting, and I want to see what's going on there.
I mean, fair.
That's probably the biggest one of what I'm looking at specifically.
Yeah, outside of like the big ones, right? Outside of like Zelda, RE4, Final Fantasy, and so on, there's also like Wild Hearts, Witchfire, Uden Chronicle, the Suikoden 1 and 2 remaster, the Final Fantasy Tactics remaster that may or may not be coming out next year, Alan Wake 2, God of Rock. There's a lot of the smaller, I guess, more niche titles
Sure.
are the ones that I'm like super interested in.
No, for sure. I would say that I'm super excited for Sea of Stars. Like that's one that like I've been excited for the middle of this year. So that's one that I'm kind of over the moon for. I'm obviously excited for Street Fighter 6 as a Street Fighter fan, and because of all the stuff we're doing with the channel with it. And then um, I played so much Diablo 2, I broke a mouse, and I
Right.
played a lot of
Dang.
Diablo 3 as well.
Oh fuck.
So I'm excited for Diablo.
Mm-hmm.
I hope the monetization on it isn't gross. That's kind of my big concern. And then the last thing is uh dear lord, my brain just canceled itself. But no, the last one is Resident Evil 4 remake. Resident Evil 4 is the peak of Resident Evil, the peak of action horror, and I cannot wait to do the remake. I'm excited to play through it so badly. I'm actually taking a day off of work to play it.
Wow. Would you call Alan Wake action horror?
Yeah, I would say that's yes, I would.
Along the spectrum, like action horrors having a year between the new Dead Space, the RE remake, and Alan Wake 2.
Yeah, like yes, but yes, I'm super excited for Resident Evil. I've watched every bit of footage they put out on it. I am a whore for Capcom though, so.
Oh, sure, of course. They're on a hot streak right now. You know?
No, they are, dude. Those RE remakes, bomb.
Yeah.
The Street Fighter 5 kind of came back. It wasn't as good as 4, but it got back to where it needed to be.
Yep.
And like just yeah, so it's
What they've
good,
been doing
man.
specifically with like making characters look like real human beings is always blows my mind every time I look at like a Resident Evil character or Devil May Cry 5 or what they've been doing with the Street Fighter characters with 6. I'm like, man, this is so awesome. I want every single video game character to be made
Dude,
with this.
Their engine is insane.
Yeah.
Like there's no better way to describe it other than this engine is absolutely insane.
Yep.
And yeah, it's great. Like and that like you look at Capcom's release schedule over the past since 2017. Like
Mhm.
basically the only stinker in there is Marvel's Capcom Infinite. Like Monster Hunter World was great.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter Rise was great. Devil May Cry 5 was awesome. RE7, RE2 remake, RE3 remake, RE8. Monster Hunter Iceborne, the DLC. Like they've just been on a fucking the Capcom collections. They've just been on a hot streak.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, even with Infinite, that game is super fun. It's just unfortunate that it looked shitty.
It looked like trash. Had a trash roster to go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, like it's fucking awesome, man. Like they did a bang up job.
Yeah.
They really did.
Happy for them.
I hope they keep releasing good shit. They put out that Phoenix Wright collection last year. Like and yes, is their monetization ideal? No. Like
No.
some of that shit is shitty. But like by the incredibly low bar of AAA developers, like it's not bad. Like
Yeah.
it's not great, but You know, like it's still not bad. You know, and like I keep you know I'm like and I'm digging through their like they put out their like release calendar and like yeah man they haven't really put out anything bad in a good long while.
Yeah.
Like Resident Evil 6 was the last bad one.
Right.
Yeah, so
So
uh
they're doing good. I hope they keep doing good. Street Fighter 6 is a really, really big one for them. So,
yes it is, and so is Resident Evil 4.
and
Those are
yeah,
huge.
that's right. They got a couple huge ones this year. So
Yeah, so you know
excited.
I am too. I'm very very excited to see where they go.
As far as this release schedule in terms of fighting stuff, we have God of Rock in April. Seems like the thing.
Yes. Yeah.
And there may be a lot more stuff happening outside of this main stream schedule, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there could be something that we're not paying attention to, but yes.
And that's just the nature of the fighting game genre.
Yeah.
So
It's you know there a lot of weird indie shit comes out. Like who would have thought like that pony fighting game would have popped off as well as it did?
yeah, still plugging along.
Got my wife to get into that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Didn't they just add a new character?
Yeah, they added like a new season, so they are actually doing DLC characters now.
Good for them.
My new
Oh,
character is a
shit.
grappler. He's a bull,
Nice. Wow.
which I guess makes sense in more ways than one. And I'll leave it at that.
Okay. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I'm just gonna let that go.
That's for the best.
Okay.
So yeah. Yeah. All right. So we got a lot of stuff we're excited for. A lot of stuff that's hitting in the year.
Yeah. My question is, just for January, February of this list, is there anything you're thinking of picking up? Dead Space, I'm like waiting to see how people.
I'm kind of waiting for some price cuts on that guy and to see if it's actually good or not. Is the thing.
Yeah.
Callisto Protocol was not great, and it's kind of soured me on that genre.
Well, right, and that's the thing. Yeah, I don't know. It really depends. Like, I feel like Callisto Protocol, what held me back is like it's not Dead Space. Like, I don't have the gun. I don't have the cool outfit. Like, it's just. And then there were the problems on top of that. So it was like, so at least this is Dead Space. I'm gonna let my brother, who's a big Dead Space fan, just check it out.
Like everything I want to play from these is like coming out on Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
Like except for like Dragon Ishin, which like that's sometimes like everything here for these like wait.
Yeah.
Like because I'm being a little more choosy with my games because of inflation and the switches to the channel. Like my next purchase is Resident Evil 4.
Right, which is down
March 24th.
March. I see seven games, and I'm probably gonna pick up day one.
All right. Yep. I have nothing. These all look good. I recognize we've been doing this long enough that I can recognize, which games are going to be probably pretty good and what's going to get picked up, what people are going to talk about. But I know my own tastes well enough to be like, I'm good on all this. Like maybe I'll check out Lightfall if I'm really desperate for a game, but working on this channel, I don't think I'm going to be. So
yeah,
I just like that they're making a new Fatal Frame. That's cool.
That is really neat.
I think that one's a remaster.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. So not gonna lie.
Yeah, and March is big between Jedi Survivor and then Resident Evil 4 Remake within a week's time. Like that's gonna be a lot.
And then so and
Jedi Survivor will be Game Pass, right?
No, I don't believe so.
Oh no, okay, never mind. Well then.
Yeah. I wish. I fucking wish.
I know. Yeah.
That's a game that I want to pick up day one, but like I said, I'm being a little choosier now. So it's like my day ones for sure are Resident Evil, Diablo, Street Fighter, and then coin toss on Zelda or Final Fantasy. So yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
Emily, you thinking of getting any of these?
I don't know yet.
Yeah, okay.
Still kind of debating on a couple of them, so
Yeah,
I'm
fair enough.
interested.
But it looks
Fair
like a good year regardless.
It does look like a really
It
good
does.
year. This is what last year should have been, or at
Well,
least
Right,
the last couple years
before-
should have been,
Yep.
before
you know,
everything went to shit.
Yep.
before before the COVID attacked.
Like I
everything
said, before
happened.
everything went to shit.
Yes.
Well, exactly.
But I do have some hope for these games, so it's
Yes.
gonna be a
Yeah,
good year.
I have a lot of high hopes for a lot of these. Like they look excellent. You know, like that's straight up. So yeah.
So that's the year as far as this GameSpot list is concerned. There are obviously a lot more that we didn't bring up. There are a lot of indie games and games that are like, you look around on Steam and see like some hyped games, but they're like indie stuff and not something that the mainline industry is going to be covering until it's out and popular.
Exactly.
And there's a whole lot of games that still need to be announced as far as release date goes. So we'll check back with
A lot.
the showcases from Xbox, the PlayStation showcase, the Nintendo Directs, and all that stuff, and we'll see what happens.
I don't even see
Exactly.
Skull and Bones listed on here, which got pushed.
got delayed again. Yeah.
Got delayed again.
Oh,
For fuck's sake.
Yep.
And then Ubisoft said they had to like cancel a bunch of projects. Just like
Yep.
God damn it.
Yeah.
And then they have
it's
their
official. Time to
Yeah.
boycott Ubisoft.
and
Hey, they fucked me over with not releasing Beyond Good and Evil 2. Okay, so I'm officially boycotting them.
so someone, I forget, it may have been Jeff Gersman, but someone was saying like they've sunk so much money into it, and like they have to like, this is going to release at a loss. We're not going to make our money back, but god damn it, we put so much time and we've reinvented the wheel trying to get this game going. Eventually, it has to come out.
Yes.
Oh,
Well, and there's an
fuck.
article that had come out recently about Ubisoft trying to sell
Yes.
themselves, and
Yes.
they just get laughed out of the room.
Yeah, the whether they're getting sold or not is a constant storyline in the games industry, where the Guillermo family's like, no, but also
Maybe.
maybe. But money is all right. I think I saw a quote that was saying like the reason the Mario and Rabbids game didn't sell well is because like, oh, we're not a big name franchise, a franchise that has fucking Mario in it as a main character. Yeah, okay.
Yep. All right. So next up we got. So next up is HBO Max is getting a price hike.
Oh.
And this is effective immediately.
This is as of January 12th, so 3 days ago.
Wow.
So going from $15 to $16.
No, it's $14.99 to $15.99. So
Yeah, so
or 15 to 16.
$15 to 16. Yeah, sorry.
We're not buying into that marketing crap of lower it 1 cent to make it look lower. Fuck that.
Yeah,
we know what
so
they're doing.
I misspoke. That's what.
Yeah, this is effective for new customers. Existing customers still have it at $14.99 up until February 11th.
I have it
Yay.
free
bill
because
drops. Same.
it's part of my phone company.
Yep.
So
Oh, that's nice.
We'll learn you
Yeah.
special. I'm on my dad's account, so fuck it.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Who
Yep.
do you,
Yep.
who do you have for service?
I have T-Mobile.
Okay, I was gonna say yeah, AT. If you have AT&T,
TNT, yeah, it's free.
they're like free
Nice.
HBO, and I'm like, all right, cool, I guess. You know,
Yeah.
not gonna complain about it for sure.
HBO Max is certainly one of the better streaming services if you have to like pick and choose which as prices go up,
Oh,
you do.
absolutely.
No, like I like that one I've got for free. I get Hulu for free through a friend.
Yeah, I have
Yeah,
Hulu through my dad now, so
and I pay for Netflix and Disney and split Amazon with someone because we want free shipping more than we give a shit about their streaming service.
Right, yeah.
dude, they've got good shit on Amazon Prime.
They do, but it's not enough.
They got all the Shaw Brothers films.
Okay.
Fucking
Season 2 of Legend of Vox Machina comes out on Friday, and I'm super pumped for that.
That's
Yeah.
right. I forgot that was coming. That feels really quick.
They've
Yeah.
been working on this shit for at least 2 years.
I feel like I just watched season 1 like as it was like right after it came out, but
That was a year
guess-
ago.
Jeez.
Wow.
Jeez.
Look, man, we've been stuck in these rooms for so long.
I mean, yeah.
Thanks, COVID.
But yeah, as streaming services get more expensive, and like in all honesty, the streaming service that I'm looking at, like being like, I should really get a sub on that and cancel one of these other ones is Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole
Yeah,
lot of
sad.
fucking anime I've never watched.
Right. Yep.
And like they're like, first off, they're like premium tier. They're like mid tier is perfect.
Yeah.
And like if you're willing to ball out with their expensive tier, you get a swag bag. That's not bad.
Yeah.
So like yeah,
All right.
it's one of those things where like $10. Also, they're $10 a month, $8 for their super cheap option.
Right.
Mhm.
Like that's that's not bad at all. Like
No.
I'm honestly considering dropping Netflix to get Crunchyroll.
Right.
So, yeah.
Let's see. Last of Us is coming out Monday the
Tonight.
16th for
Yep.
HBO Max. So
Girlfriend
Super
and I are
stoked about
watching
that.
that.
I'm so
Yeah, it looks really good. I'm gonna you fuckers don't spoil that for me because I'm not gonna get to it till Wednesday, but still.
yeah.
So
Who was the name of that
actually-
actor?
Pedro
Pedro.
Pascal?
Pascal, yeah.
Oh, I love that guy. Really,
Bella
really good.
Ramsey.
I'm not gonna watch this, but he's a very good actor.
oh dude, but like the part of The Last of Us you hate is playing it. This is like perfect for you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't
but-
have to actually play it.
The second part I hate is that I was thinking about this recently. The second part is that this came out like we spent the 2000s obsessing over zombie like situations and apocalypses, and then like this came out what 2012, 2013.
2013.
2013 was the first time.
Yeah, and I think
The
on top of
first
playing it, I was like, okay, let's do it. And obviously it's different, but yeah.
I'm one of those people who still fucking adore zombie fiction, so
Oh
Really?
yeah, absolutely.
So yeah.
I loved it.
Just read some. I read some trivia about Last of Us.
Mm.
At least 5 people from the game are involved.
Huh. I mean,
Nice.
that's cool.
Like you have the person that made the director of the game, Neil Druckmann. He's executive producer.
Mhm.
You have the original Joel and Ellie, so Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson.
Yep.
Mhm.
And then there are a couple people who are actually reprising their roles from the game in Last of Us
All right.
TV series. So,
Hell yeah.
like, when you have that much involvement,
You
it's
hope.
more than likely going to be
the-
good.
The reviews have been just fucking stellar.
Yeah.
All the reviews from every outlet have been like 9, 10, 9, 10, 9, 10, a couple of 8s.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Internet Movie Database has it as a 9.6 out of 10.
yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy good.
So, here's hoping it's good. To be fair, this is not nearly as gross as the Netflix price hike.
Right.
and-
yeah, the
yeah.
Netflix price hike was complete garbage and
Yeah,
choices.
It was absolute trash.
It was also
Total
happening
trash.
like at a time when like their content stuff was faltering. We've seen more and more that they will just start a show and then cancel it because it's financially beneficial to them, and then everyone who's like here for the actual fucking story, it just gets left.
Just happened this week. Inside Job got canceled.
Yep. And they're
That
just gonna
show-
keep screwing people over because it's better for them.
Yeah, and like I look at I look at their lineup, and like there's a lot of good shit that's still on Netflix, and a lot of their legacy content is really good.
Mhm.
Like I fucking love Cobra Kai. It's great. I love BoJack Horseman. I love The Politician. I love, like, I'm looking at the only on Netflix stuff, and yeah, there's they're the place to watch stand up right now. It feels like. How to Sell Drugs Online, Way of the House Husband, Space Force. But like the problem is like Inside Job, that first season was fantastic. My girlfriend and I watched through the second half of it in one sitting, and we're super excited for the next one. And then like I get the news this week, like, nah, it's done.
Yep.
Nah, fuck you.
Yep.
You know, like Umbrella Academy is getting a 4th season, and that's it, and like that's fine.
That's done. Yeah.
But you know, and like, but like, how many shows actually go to completion on here?
Right.
It's like 1 in 10. Like
At least.
like I watched that Wednesday show, with the Wednesday Addams show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. It was really good.
It's actually season 2 is supposed to drop later this year, isn't it?
Mhm.
Not anymore.
What?
Really?
What do you
Did
mean
get
not
canceled?
anymore?
So the rights to that got sold to somebody else.
Oh.
So it's in limbo.
Okay.
They
Yep.
announced a season 2 earlier this year, though.
They sure did.
Damn.
So what the fuck?
Yep.
Oh, the business of making TV shows in the streaming era is just something.
Questionable.
It's
Yeah.
kinda always, to be fair, it has kind of always been shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's yeah.
But it's worse than ever before.
Yes. No, it's because it's like, and good shit gets canceled, and bad shit lasts fucking ever, and
Yep.
like, you have all this like weird shit going on, and like, it's just, you know, like I dig through my Netflix list, and I'm just like, you know, most of the best stuff on here is old stuff, because you know, like, I don't know when or how something's gonna last. You know, like.
Yep.
Like Queen's Gambit got a season, that was great. I don't know when that was, that 3rd season, or is it? Yeah, when that 4th season is coming. You know.
Squaresoft in the chat. When Santa Clarita Diet was canceled, Drew Barrymore tried to buy the rights to make the show under her own production company that was already co-producing the show. Netflix told her to get lost. See, that's bullshit. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this
Fuck
is
Netflix.
yeah,
Yeah.
like it's they were the hero for a long time, and they have become the villain.
They really are nowadays, and it's starting
Yeah.
to piss some people off.
Yeah, they canceled Mr. Iglesias.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, that was a great show, super cute.
Oh, fluffy.
I don't know if they canceled Afterlife, but that show was fucking awesome. But it's also only 18 episodes. I'm looking at my Netflix list. It is literally just a graveyard of like shit that has been canceled after 2 to 3 seasons.
That's right, the Dark Crystal TV show. I forgot all about that.
That shit got.
I had that on my queue, but I haven't used my Netflix in like forever,
Yep.
so I haven't been able to watch it.
Yep. Steph and I watched. Yeah, Steph and I watched that together.
Man.
But I heard that was amazing.
No, like, you know, Black Mirror. When are we getting more Black Mirror?
I can't believe that.
Never.
They can't make
Fuck
new
that.
stuff because it's all not realistic enough.
It's all outpacing them.
It's all too real.
Oh,
Like, they go to write an episode, and then news comes out. They're like, God damn it!
Yep.
son of a bitch.
It happened again! Even Cowboy Bebop canceled after 1 season. Yeah, it wasn't as awesome as the anime, but you give it a chance, get 3 seasons or more. I'm just saying, like, give a show 2 seasons, and, like, they're doing that, but when it succeeds and does well, they're still like, nah, fuck you.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like, Inside Job succeeded, it was really good, it got 1 season, they're like, no, fuck you.
Like, that's
Yeah.
almost a requirement for Amazon Prime. Shows have to have a 2-season minimum. to begin
Yeah,
with.
you know, and that's
Unless there's something like Critical Role, in which case you have 3 seasons.
Right.
right. But like, I'm, you know, and I'm looking at that, and it's like, even when I go look into Amazon Prime, I'm like, there's not much on here where I'm like, screams out to me besides Invincible and The Boys.
And The Boys
Sure.
is season 4 is dropping, I think,
Mhm.
later
Oh,
this
man.
year or next year. I
I
can't
still gotta
remember.
watch season 3.
Season 3 was so good, so
Oh,
good.
shit.
When Dark Tower is going to Amazon Prime. It's being written by the guy that wrote Midnight Mass and
Oh,
Midnight Club.
yeah.
Okay.
So Midnight Club got canceled because he left Netflix to go to Amazon, and his first assignment at Amazon is to do a Dark Tower. TV series,
Okay. Okay.
which is
Okay.
super exciting because the movie sucked.
Yeah.
The books
I
Yeah.
are
didn't
so
even see
good.
the Dark Tower film,
Mhm.
but I heard that was absolute garbage.
There's
It
so
was
many
garbage.
little TV shows that turned out to be amazing after 2 or 3 seasons, like Star Trek Next Gen and Babylon 5. Well, it's not that they're also canceling shows that are like good now.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
you know, like I am fucking shocked the Cuphead show got a 3rd season. I am fucking
Wait, what?
shocked.
Is it bad?
That show is so it's not
No,
great.
it's
It's
actually no,
weird.
I think it's really good actually. It's just that it's just like it just seems so niche that's like
Yeah.
I'm sur-
A
this can
third
get 3
season,
seasons,
though?
but you can't get a 2nd season of Inside Job?
I don't
Okay, I
know.
guess.
Yeah, like the logic does not seem to
Netflix
be
is
there.
shady.
I don't know. Yeah, I was reading a
Netflix is
Twitter
super
thread.
shady.
I was reading a Twitter thread earlier this week about how after a certain point of having a show on your streaming thing, like everyone who worked on that show starts getting residuals, which is why they start like canceling and just straight up removing shows, because that saves Netflix and other streaming companies more money.
Yep.
And I don't know how
Makes
much that
sense.
plays into some of this stuff, because some
But,
of it they
like-
just cancel and then they just keep that one season up. So I don't know.
But like the thing is like there's some shows like your streaming service becomes known for. And like if it's like BoJack where they just want to end it, then that's fine. But like you know, you look at like this only on Netflix list, right? And you're like, you know, why are you canceling Inside Job? That's like a known Netflix thing. Like, why are you gonna cancel like, you know, the Midnight Gospel, or you know what, like
Because they got to
there's
put
just-
out more. They got to get more animators on Big Mouth.
to be
Ugh.
fair, they could probably use it. So you know that show is hilarious, but it is one of the ugliest looking shows I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like it is fucking hilarious, but it is one of the ugliest shows. And what's really interesting is they're also like investing in like these weird niche indie projects as well. There's this 6-episode adult cartoon. It's originally from Italy. It has an English dub. It's called Tear Along the Dotted Line. Each episode's like 15 minutes. And honestly, you just watch it like one giant movie, like I did. It is fucking spectacular. It is so goddamn good. But it just seems weird, like, alright, you invested in this, but you can't invest in a fucking another season of like this big show? You know? You can pay AMC to keep all of Breaking Bad on here for all eternity? You know, like it just seems weird.
Yeah.
Um,
One day the story of the numbers will come out,
Mhm.
but
yeah, of course.
Ready to watch that documentary on Netflix.
yeah. God
No,
damn
it's
it.
it's a documentary about Netflix on HBO Max.
It'll be on Hulu.
I think that
Oh,
Breaking Bad would have been
Jesus.
canceled on Netflix after the first season, probably.
It would have, yeah.
Maybe.
Probably, like, well, that's another thing about streaming services is they don't have airtime to fill. Like
Mhm.
they literally just like they're like, all right, cool, it sucked, moving on.
Right.
Versus like you know AMC, even if Breaking Bad didn't do well, they're like, well, we got to fill that block of time, and it's more expensive to make something new. So, you know,
Yeah. Yep.
do you remember when streaming services were good? There were like 2 of them, and they kept shows around, and they were affordable.
Yeah.
Life was
Yeah.
simpler then.
Fucking right. Like
Hey, have you
Jesus.
heard of this thing called Netflix? Oh, that sounds stupid.
No, I was so down with Netflix the second I saw it. I was just waiting for them to get more content. Like remember back when Lost TV show aired, they got each week for the viewers to have a discussion. Well, yeah, and that's what they're kind of trying to switch back to that with the whole like release one episode a week model. Like Netflix doesn't do that, but everyone else does.
Mhm.
Like that was actually something Stella and I were talking about where like we are both the type of people who binge a show, so it's really fucking annoying to wait. But on the other side of that, it's like, oh, we don't have time to binge these together, so it's like kind of good they come out 1 week at a time right now.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, like it's you know, it's one of those things.
I'm not subscribed to a whole lot at this point, other than what I'm like joined with another person's account. Otherwise, like I'm not like the ones I have myself are because I'm using them for other purposes, like Amazon Prime, or Hulu comes with Spotify, so I have that. But like I'm not in terms of watching movies and TV shows. I'm thanks to a friend. I'm not subscribed to a whole lot of anything. And it's a good life.
Yeah, I just have the two. Or like you said, other services. Like that's kind of where it's at. Like I don't really have, because like it's Netflix and Disney, and like I feel like every day I am closer to canceling fucking Netflix.
Yep.
So it's is what it is. But yeah, so
And HBO Max is riding a high right now, but that price is getting up there, and it's gonna keep going up. And who knows when they start doing the same thing?
exactly. So it's just a lot of I don't know how to feel about this.
Yeah,
So
Squaresoft in chat brings up a good point, and it's because when you're a public company and you need to keep ever increasing profits for your shareholders, guess what? When you can't create a better product, you just find more ways to gouge more money out of people and nickel and dime as much as you can and scrimp where you can to keep that profit number going up. And then when it crashes, oh well, whatever.
yeah, well the higher
up.
ups, they escape on their golden parachute. A bunch of employees get fucked, and then that's the day.
Yep. Let's extend this for another quarter while we figure out our exit plan.
Yep. That's that's what it is, and it's unfortunate, and it's unfortunate that streaming services used to be this cool future, like almost future feeling thing of like, oh man, we have all this great content, it's coming all the time, it's affordable. Now we're spread across however many devices, however many streaming platforms. Like if you had Crunchyroll, HBO Max, Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, Amazon, like all the major ones, like you're basically paying a cable sub.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As soon as you hit like $75, $80, you might as well get cable.
Yeah. Well, let's not be crazy now.
As soon as you hit like $100, $130.
Yeah. Like especially because cable services. Let me tell you, I get harassed by the fine folks at AT&T to get DirecTV constantly. It's a repeated thing because I have their other two services. I have their internet bundle, and I have their phone service. It's like, yeah, triple up, man. Get a discount, get a gift card, all this other shit. And I'm like, no, please. And they're like, yeah, but all of our stuff is on demand now, and all this stuff is just like all this other stuff, and just it's just like, nah, dude, I'm good, but it's still like not far off from each other now, especially. And the good part about streaming is you can pick and choose. Like I have a friend who really only gives a shit about anime, so like for her, like it's probably best that she just gets Crunchyroll
Yeah.
and saves that money. But like if you want to keep up with like the popular shows and everything, then you're spending a lot of money. Am I am in general anti-monopoly, but it was easier, things weren't fewer places. Well, yes.
Yeah, Squaresoft. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Like we are all anti-monopoly here, but like we understand the sentiment.
Well, and that was the thing, is like years ago we knew this was coming. Like the moment we started hearing news about like Paramount exploring these options, and there are all these companies that own all these things, like we knew it.
Yeah.
And it really started for me with CBS, like saying, "Oh yeah, you want to watch the new Star Trek we're making? Guess what? Fuck you."
Yep.
And then it turned out not to even be good anyway, so whatever. Bronson?
Yeah.
You playing Street Fighter V right now?
I am.
It's like Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, okay.
Say you gotta warm up the muscles a little bit, you know?
Yeah, no. I kind of got the urge when we were talking about fighting games. I was like, that's the one
Fuck
I
it.
have.
Play some
The-
fucking
yeah.
Street Fighter 5.
And I'm excited for 6. So
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
See? Warming up the muscles for Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
What did I tell ya?
yeah.
Yep.
So
Squaresoft says, I have a feeling it'll be the same with the gaming industry in a few years with Game Pass. That's a thing. So
PlayStation
like
Network and all that, yeah.
PlayStation's doing a thing like that. They're really trying to make cloud gaming the thing that people start subscribing to. They are so sold on this, and it's just like,
I mean, yeah. And the thing is, I understand why though. Like, it's because, well, especially because they invested all that money in fucking Gaikai, right?
well, and we've talked about this to death on this podcast, so I don't want to get into it again, but I guess we're going to. Like, y'all aren't putting the effort into getting internet, good quality internet everywhere. So guess what is going to happen when you invest all this into cloud services and people are like, I can't play this. I want to play my action-oriented Final Fantasy 16, and there's lag. There's delay. I don't want to do this.
I want to play any fighting game, and there's just a ton of delay.
Yeah, I want to play the first game I tested out when I got PlayStation Plus Premium was Devil May Cry 4, and I'm like, oh no, this is not okay.
Yeah.
This is not this, and I'm on 1,000 up, 1,000 down.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm on fucking like the good internet, and I'm on a wired connection. Like everything is wired here.
Yeah.
And even I'm like, nah, this is not okay.
It's something that, like, following the VR games industry and watching people talk about headsets and then like the adjacent stuff, on the unfortunate adjacent stuff of like talking about Web 3.0 nonsense and all that shit. It's like, I'm like into that VR space, so like I can kind of gauge what's bullshit and what's not. So then I look at the cloud gaming stuff, and I'm not up to date on what their news is, but I'm sitting here like, okay, how much of this is just bullshit that people are selling to, like, I don't know, Silicon Valley people and venture capitalists just trying to get money? Because like, how much of this is snake oil? Because some of the stuff in the VR space is very clearly just selling snake oil, and the people that are making it clearly don't give a shit. So I wonder how much Nvidia is just like, oh yeah, absolutely. Because like, it just, until they figure out internet situation, I don't see how you can make the cloud gaming stuff on your end any better.
Well, exactly.
It's just nuts. I don't know.
Like, even if you're, once again, you and I have fiber, and we're like in ideal situations, like you're in like one of the biggest urban centers.
Yep.
And we still have fucking problems.
I'm like trying to play Blinks the Time Sweeper, which like is not necessarily a time sensitive thing, but it is like an action adventure running around, and like I can play it, but it is way less than ideal. Like, why would anyone play like this? And
I think the one that stood out to me that was like okay and playable was fucking like turn-based games, like when I did like a dragon. Like that was the one that was like, oh yeah, this is perfect. This works fine.
You can do that. You can play your games of Civ.
Yeah, like anything that's turn-based or not reaction-based at all. You do Inscription, you do Slay the Spire, all those kind of games. But like, yeah, for the most part, it sucks.
Yeah,
it's not good. Doesn't feel good.
People playing Fortnite are not gonna like it.
Yeah, people playing COD are gonna hate this shit.
Hate this shit. So I don't understand.
So yeah.
I think that's enough on this story. HBO Max is getting more expensive, so get ready for
not a me problem, but a general problem.
Yeah, get ready for the downturn in a few years.
Yep. I have a question. You have to pick one streaming service to keep. Which one are you keeping?
I mean, are you saying like of what we have, or just like let's assume that we have access to all of them and we have to pick one?
Okay, but
You
hold
have
on.
access to all of them.
Are we allowed to pirate things?
No.
Fuck.
Yeah, no.
That's so
Um,
hard, though. That's
yeah.
so hard.
Yes.
Because I need my Mandalorian from Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I need all of my DC and nerdy shit from HBO.
Mm-hmm.
And then I need my Critical Role from Amazon and my boys Amazon.
You get one.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't
Yeah.
choose.
Honestly, like my immediate go-to is Disney Plus because one, it's the cheapest, and two, it has The Simpsons, which I can watch for
That's
like
fair.
I can watch that for pure entertainment, and I can just throw it on in the background while I do other things. Like that's just the perfect show for that. So
I'm torn between Disney Plus and Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll, good. I was not even thinking of Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll is the one. Crunchyroll is the thing for me. It's a personal problem of like I want to sit down and watch new anime, but because it's new anime,
Yeah.
I actually need to sit down and concentrate
watch
on
it,
it.
yeah.
And I've got
Yeah.
other shit I got to do. So it's
English,
like
just dub, man. Just put on dub. All right.
I'm paying attention to the story. Like I'm trying to do it with the first Gundam anime right now while I try to do other things, and then I have to stop and watch because it's a new story to me, and I don't want to gloss over what's happening.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, because like Crunchyroll has enough stuff that I'm like can sit and watch and be invested in, but also enough stuff that I've watched a million times to where, and like there's just dude, anime is a fucking bottomless pit.
There is so much going on right now. It is a good time to be getting into anime. Let me tell you.
And like as much as I like Netflix has a bunch of shit I like, and a bunch of shit I can space out to, but it also just murders shows too soon. And then my second choice would probably be Disney
Yeah,
because
yeah.
of the Marvel stuff.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
between.
I think
yeah.
Disney is where I would land.
Yeah, especially
I,
because it's so cheap. It and Crunchyroll are also like the most affordable.
I was gonna say yeah. As Disney
Anymore,
Plus
though.
goes up. Yeah,
Yeah. So anyway,
yeah.
we got our last news.
Anymore, I'm buying all my anime, so I don't know the Crunchyroll.
There you go. Yep.
I'm sorry for your wallet, my friend.
I know, right? This is part one. I have part two sitting over there, but this is part one of FMA Brotherhood on Blu-ray.
Oh,
and
yes.
This was 125.
Wow.
No.
Okay.
Let me tell you. So like I was looking at getting Dragon Ball Super, right? Like all
Yeah.
of Dragon
Right.
Ball.
God,
Super.
yeah.
And they put out that box set, and holy shit!
It's on
Mhm.
my wish list on Amazon, and the only reason I haven't bought it is because I just cannot justify that price.
Right.
Yeah, it's let's see, hold on. So the individual DVDs are $30 to $45. And if you get the full box set, but it's sold out currently, it's $150.
Ugh.
And if you get the full box set, like of individual DVDs, it's like $270.
Wow.
You know, and if you go on Amazon, hold on, I'm tracking it right now. Yeah, $265.
Nope. Yeah. Can't do it.
Why do you think that when they had all of Dragon Ball Z for $100, I jumped on that shit immediately?
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Last news story. So Nintendo used to run a thing on their YouTube channel called Nintendo Minute. It was this cute little show that like did Nintendo trivia or Nintendo games. It was to like promote stuff, and it had these two hosts that last year they let go. And then they and then they like made their own YouTube channel that's fairly successful. 50,000 subs, and each video is getting about 8,000 views to
mhm.
20,000 views. So yeah, it's a not bad.
Yeah.
And Nintendo, for whatever fucking reason, decided to go in and private all those old Nintendo Minute videos, like hundreds of episodes.
Why though?
Those goddamn dicks.
I just.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't get it.
Yep. Mhm.
Uh.
Sorry.
Were you big on watching those?
I liked them. They were they were kind of cute.
They were
and it was,
fun.
yeah, they were fun. They were a neat thing. They did it, they did it for 13 years, man.
I mean, yeah,
Like that's a long time.
sure, absolutely.
Uh,
I'm just,
yeah.
I mean, of all the things that are getting taken off and media that we're losing, like this was not on my radar. That's not to say that it isn't worth preserving.
Well, it's like my issue with it is like it's just Nintendo being fucking psycho, in my opinion, because like they produced this show for years, people really liked it, and then because these people go off, get laid off, because what was happening was they were living in California, and Nintendo closed their California office and said, no, you can't be remote, you have to come up. And
right,
then they're like, nah, fuck that, we don't want to move. And then decided to go ahead and just do their own thing.
right.
But like, why do you need to be shitty and like get rid of this shit? you know?
Yeah, yeah. I don't quite get it, but damn. Well,
Oh, yeah. Just a like weird little note, and like go subscribe to that channel if you like Nintendo stuff. They do a lot of cool shit. They recently did
yeah.
a tour of the it's called Kit and Krista, and they recently did a tour of the Super Nintendo World Store.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, they're doing a podcast and all kinds of stuff. So
That's cool. Um,
yeah,
this is also just a good reminder, a good story reminder of like, regardless of your feelings on Nintendo's games, the company sucks and we need to remember that.
yes, absolutely.
You know,
They got
we're allowed to enjoy their games, but just, keep in mind,
yeah,
these
no
people can be
you.
real fuckers.
Yes.
Nintendo hates making the past available for whatever reason. If they could, they'd probably self-destruct everything older than 10 years. They also leave their soundtracks on YouTube. Well, that's a copyright protection thing. But like, yeah, the issue I have with it is Nintendo very like clearly just so much of their identity is based on their past and their history and all of that, and then they go ahead and are like, nah, let's make that shit hard to get and enjoy, you
Yeah,
know and it's just shitty and weird, and like, like go try and play Paper Mario and the Thousand-Year Door. Good luck.
right.
Have fun tracking down that hardware and paying a fortune, or
Any Fire Emblem game that isn't on the Switch.
or the 3DS. Yeah, like it's just shitty.
Yeah,
It's shitty and it's weird. Like it's especially weird is the primary thing, because it's just like so much of why people like Nintendo is because of like their legacy of classic games and classic stuff, and like they fucking just they hate it. They hate it. I don't understand why they hate it, but
yeah,
they fucking do, and
Yep.
it's just like, why do you hate that? Like, I don't understand your mindset. Like, you would think making shit like super easily available. Yeah, Nintendo is the Disney of video games. World, cute and happy and friendly on the outside, but it's a soulless corporate. I don't think it's Disney bad yet, but it's getting there. Especially now that they have the theme parks.
sure, yeah.
So,
God, yep.
oh, it's
Sad.
it is. I do agree with that. It is fucking sad.
Yeah. Well, is that news for us?
That's news.
All right.
So on to what we have been playing. I played a bunch of Elden Ring this week.
Did you now?
I finally beat a boss. I beat that lady in the swamp.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I started doing the mini dungeons, and I beat the one in Oh fuck, what's it called? I beat the one in the second or third mini dungeon that's like an animatronic dog that has a giant sword and breathes fire, and it holy shit, that scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
That thing fucked
Mhm.
with my brain. Like I saw that and I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the good nightmare fuel.
Right.
So there's that. And I'm really enjoying it. I'm having a great time with Elden Ring. Like I still don't like it as much as I enjoy the traditional Souls games, just because, like I said, I have no concept of how well I'm doing or where I should be, or yeah, a lot of that basically
Sure.
is kind of my big issue. But like I did have to pull up a guide of like, okay, this should kind of be the order you approach things in for the opening zone,
Hmm.
just because I was just like too much of like they gave me too much freedom basically.
They give you
They,
a
they,
lot.
they were just like, okay, I can't handle this. Like I need you to I need you to close this off a little bit more.
Right.
Um, so after I got that little guide and got it going, I was having a great time. Then I played a bunch more Cyberpunk, and dude, y'all gotta play Cyberpunk.
I know. You keep saying.
Dude, no, like, let's put it this way: this is the most I've enjoyed this kind of game since the Mass Effect trilogy.
Jeez.
Like like, and it very much reminds me of the Mass Effect trilogy in the sense that like the gameplay itself is whatever. Like I ended up throwing it on easy just because I wanted to progress faster.
Hmm.
But like I'm absolutely fucking loving the story and the world. Like I am doing every side quest I can.
Okay.
Like I am
Hmm.
mass affecting this shit. I am loving these side quests and just being in this world. And like the radio is really good, so it's like good to get on the radio and like just listen to shit and just like there's just so much good shit in this. Like it's ridiculous. It's I I can once again I cannot stress to you how fucking good this game is now that it is not fucked. You know, so
If we turn this into full time, I'll have the time to put into Cyberpunk.
I mean that's the thing though is like part of the reason I've able to enjoy it though is like I can play it like 30 minutes at a time
Interesting.
because like the side quests aren't particularly long,
Mhm.
like and like the longest things are definitely the story missions,
Yeah.
so you know be ready for that. But like generally, you know, like I'll do like one of the side quests or side gigs. It'll take like 20 to 30 minutes, and I'll have a fun story, and it'll and it was just enjoyable. Like just
Yeah.
looks great. World is fucking fascinating.
I bet.
Just yeah, it's the nightmare future you always wanted.
I sure have.
Yeah. You know, like, do you want to see what America's gonna look like in like 50 years? Here you go.
All right.
Yep,
Cool.
there it is.
Great.
But yeah, and then if anything, I will say is like just put on the anime and like it is almost the best advertisement that the game could have. Like
Gotcha. Okay.
so, yeah, Cyberpunk, absolutely loving it. Booted up Guilty Gear for a little bit, was just like, oh fuck, Guilty Gear. Uh,
Yep.
yeah, and that's kind. Is there anything else I played? I'm trying to remember. Oh, and then WoW,
I mean, of course.
As you do.
grinding keys with the homies.
Yep. Getting that work
But
in.
yeah. What about you, Jesse?
Not a whole lot actually. This week's kind of been rough from like a work perspective, so I haven't played a ton.
Gotcha.
Fair.
The new Final Fantasy 14 patch dropped.
Sure did.
Yeah,
Uh,
that happened. That kind of interrupted our Mythic group this week because we had two people invested in it.
The new Alliance raid's pretty good. The new trial is pretty good. We had like a 40% wipe on the boss in the extreme trial last night, which is pretty good. We didn't have anybody doing shot calling because plugins were down, but um, we did pretty well for that. There's new like hairstyles, new recipes, bunch of new stuff, more stuff coming in patch 6.3.5. This is patch 6.3, but that's really like all I've really done this week.
Oh, that's
Nice.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I canceled my Final Fantasy sub, what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna wait until all the rest of Endwalker is out, so like 6.5, and then just all shotgun it in one like
Yeah.
couple week session.
Yep.
And
That
then
sounds like a good way to go.
And like I don't know if I'm gonna return for whatever the next expansion is, just because like I feel the story is done. I'm like I
They have to
don't
start a
know.
whole new thing.
Yeah, and
we got to
they're setting
see.
something up though.
Yep.
They are
Oh,
setting
yeah.
something up. If you're a fan of Final Fantasy IV.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Like that is a selling point for sure. I do like me some Final Fantasy IV.
I won't spoil anything, but Final Fantasy. I think 6.0 ended with an introduction of the four fiends from Final Fantasy IV.
Mm-hmm.
So far there's been a lot of interaction with the four of them.
I mean, that's cool. I wonder if that's going to get wrapped up here and then move into something else, or that's actually going to be the whole shebang for 7.0.
Right. Yeah, we'll see.
So, all right. Cool. What about you, Aaron?
I've been working on channel stuff. So to give you an idea, Final Fantasy 6.3 came out. I care deeply about that game and its story, and I have not touched it. So, waiting for the right opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
It has not come up. So
no, I feel you. Dude, adult life is hard and time consuming.
It's adult life combined with working on this channel for this next phase, which is taking up a lot of my time.
Yeah. Oh lordy.
We have a meeting to do after this podcast is over, and that will take a little bit. So, yeah.
So.
Emily, did you play anything?
I've just been continuing on that Ghost of Tsushima grind.
Oh, that's right. How far are you in now?
Are you going for the platinum in that, or
I don't know if I'm gonna go for the platinum yet. I'm on like that path because let's see. I got all of Norio, I got all of Yuna, I've got all of Moscow, I got Sensei. I have 2 of my armors fully upgraded.
Cool.
Like I have my ghost armor from Taka fully upgraded, and then I got my traveler attire fully upgraded. So I'm going for those artifacts. I got the Mongol commander attire.
All right.
Nice.
So that's looking spiffy as fuck. And I've just been exploring a lot. So
nice.
It's oh my gosh.
It's a beautiful game.
It is.
It's so good. It's so good. Like I can't stop gushing how much I love that fucking game. Like Jesus.
I hear it was one of the best games of that year.
And there's a reason.
Yeah.
Why?
It was really good. I played so much of it, I actually ended up getting burnt out on it, but I loved my time with it.
Nice.
Like I have about 50-ish hours.
Ooh, yeah. That's a good game right there.
I'm just about done with the game.
Nice.
I finished so when I left that game before I gave up on the platinum, I paused getting the platinum. I still want to go back. I was what, like 80 hours in. So yeah, it is a very good, very long game.
Yeah.
So be ready for that.
Oh, I'm been ready for that.
Yeah.
Like I spend a couple hours after I come home from work, like under my blankets, power up my PS4, and just play Ghost.
Yeah.
Until I'm tired and go to bed.
Yeah, it's fantastic. All right, well, cool. Okay. We don't have any stream plan for the week.
No, we are hard at work on what the channel can be in the coming month. So in terms of content, we can't really say if there's going to be much. If anything, there might be like a test stream where we just kind of hang out while I mess around with things. So
yeah, So yeah, just expect the podcast. And just chilling.
Podcast will be going up on podcast services, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, and it will be going up on YouTube all on Monday.
Monday.
If you're listening on the podcast services, you already know this. But hey, if you want to catch us live, Sunday, 10:30 a.m. Pacific time, and be sure to join our Discord. That's where we're talking about all sorts of video games and other things. And yeah, you can follow us on social media. We're gonna get active in those channels in a little bit. Not right now, but we're getting there. So yeah. I think that's a show.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I think you're right.
See you next. We'll see you next Sunday.
Yeah. See you later.
Yeah. You have a good weekend. Bye. We
See
love
you
you
guys. Mwah.